Have a look this way. Got the sun out this morning, isn't it? I'm trying to think now. I'm going to go this way, in fact. Hello all you hardcore boxing fans out there, how you doing? Slept like a log last night. 7:15, so I'm going to be not going to be there for 7 today, but still good in it for me. In fact, it's brilliant for me, that. And then we're moving the gym stuff into the factory today. Weight bench, preacher, seated preacher, one of them punch bags, you know, with 250 litre water thing that keeps it stationary, because there's nowhere to hang it really. So we're going to be doing that today. 9 o'clock, so I'm going to get up there, finish this video off, go through emails. I've had one off my mate Rami. Had a bit of good news yesterday. Had a bit of good news yesterday regarding channel. I'm not going to say too much, but I'm going on a road trip next week. I just hope I don't get a bit starstruck, and I just hope it comes off, because if it does, it's going to lead to something good with a few things. It has a knock-on effect, and nobody can say I haven't put the effort in. But so I'm looking forward to that, actually. Really looking forward to it. Is that okay? Cold this morning. See, it was quite sunny yesterday, although the sun's out. But I'm sure there's something I forgot this morning. I can't be a credit card because I've got half a tank. I can't think what it is. Can't think phone, actually. Something I forgot. But alright, we'll sort it. Other than that, I'm looking forward to next week. Really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to Eubank De Gale fight. Ooh, that was close. I don't know whether to pay 20 quid for it and just swallow. I don't know. Can't be. See, sometimes pride gets in the way, doesn't it? When you feel like having your leg lifted. I don't know. I can't get it out of my head. 20 quid, man. Principle of the thing, but there's many a man never done that with his life when he spoke principle. I don't know. Probably not gonna. I might sneak down to my cousin's. She's got a few quid, and we'll watch it there, eh? We'll sneak down there and watch it. I'll just turn up about 8 o'clock or something. So I'm just in the area. I go, oh, have you got boxing on? You know we've got boxing on. I said, well, pull me a seat up. Save me 20 quid. I'll probably just stop in and go get I'm not wagging, aren't I? I don't think 4 bottles of Black Sheep would hurt, would it? Although 2's my normal tipple. I'm not a big drinker nowadays. Now that I'm half on wagging. But I want to talk about weights. I'm going through an health and safety mode this week. Health and safety with the British Boxing Board of Control. We have a division called the light heavyweight division, that's £175, and then it's cruiserweight, £200. So there's a jump there, isn't there, of £25, right? Now, you can get guys caught in middle, can't you, like Nathan Cleverly, who struggles to make 175, but he couldn't make £200 on the scales. He were 199, what he, or something like that. I didn't ring you a 199 against Bellew, so whereas Bellew came in, didn't he, at, you know, 216, 215. So, you know, it leaves an advantage for the bigger guys, doesn't it? Although it evens itself out, and I think Tony Bellew has to be respected for making 175. He has to be respected for that. But I think there needs to be reform. Porky is calling for reform on the cruiserweight division. Well, let's have a chat about that, because I've got a theory on it, and this is what I think. Now, if you're a man weighing 12.5 stone, you're going to be getting in the ring about 185, right? So you're not a cruiserweight, are you, at 200 pound, and you're not a light heavyweight, because you're killing yourself to make that weight. Now, sooner or later somebody's going to get hurt. This is why a lot of fighters are not carrying the power into later rounds. Deontay Wilder carries his power, doesn't he? But they don't have to make weight, do they? But he's not carrying excess weight, is he? Now, how many fighters stop people in 12th round? Not many, is there? Not many carry the power. Frotch does, because he can make the weight easy, can't he? Stop Taylor in 12th round, Brian McGee in 11th. They were former world champions, so he can carry it. He does the weight correctly. And if Carl were fighting now, they'd probably, nutrition guys would say you're a middleweight. He's walking around at 172. Matthew Macklin were walking about bigger than that and making light middle. So this is how I look at it. If we have a super cruiserweight, super cruiser, 210 pound, because it's very rarely you get a heavyweight less than 210 in it. They're all 211 plus, aren't they? So 210 plus. Super cruiserweight, 210. Then you go down 190 cruiser, go back to cruiserweight to 190. No, sorry, 195. £15 I want to do it. No, it's 50. I want to do it £15. Two £15. We need 3 divisions from 175 to 210. Now that's £35. So if we go up 12 or 12 and then an 11 or something, you could have a 187 light cruiser, a 200 pound cruiser, and a 210 super cruiser. There you go, I've got it, it's come to me. 187 light cruiser, 180, and then you're going to create more belts, aren't you, in that weight division? I know it's only 1 belt, but you're gonna, across the board you're going to have 5 belts, aren't you? And guys are not going to be putting themselves at risk. Now, when I mentioned this to Coogan on one of his exclusive interviews with Eddie Hearn at the Matchroom headquarters at Mascal's, see how that rolled off at tongue, Eddie just dismissed it. He just dismissed it straight away. But why? Why dismiss it? When you've got Bellew, who's not a super heavyweight, he's a natural heavyweight. That would have been ideal for Tony Bellew, £210 as a super cruiserweight, because Tony were killing his to make light heavy, wasn't he? And if truth be known, he struggled at cruiser, didn't he, for Usyk fight? So I think it's a great idea. I've mentioned it to people, and they just, the boxing board of control, right? I've mentioned it to them. I'm not going to say the guy's name, this particular guy, because he's a mate of Den's and he's half alright. Well, they're not all alright though, but I've mentioned to him before and he's gone, oh yeah, well, what will promoters think? I said, what are you on about, what promoters think? What do you think? What do you people think? You people are supposed to be running game. If the WBO, the WBA, the IBF, the IBO and the WBC all start doing a light cruiser, a cruiser and a super cruiser from 175 to 210, they could call it reform on a massive scale, couldn't they? I mean, they moved it from 188, didn't they, to 190, then to 200 cruiserweight. So why not? Why not? People are getting bigger all the time, aren't they? You know, what will there be then? 19 weight divisions. People are getting bigger all the time. It's madness, utter madness. They need to. It only takes somebody like Eddie Hearn to start saying, yeah, this is what we want. Bob Arum and all the rest of them, Barry and the Godfather. It only needs all them lot to say, yeah, we need some reform on this. But what it'll take is somebody like, I don't know, say for instance Dave Allen, who, if somebody said to him, Dave, you're gonna have to go down to cruiserweight if you want a title shot, and killing his cent to make £200 from like 260, if he did it, or somebody else did it and got hurt like that, did Mike Perez do it? He was killing himself to make it. It's going to take somebody getting hurt for him to do it, and then we're all going to say, Porky, do you know what? You were right. Because fighters are a piece of meat, and I don't like it. I don't like what I hear. All them kids out there now that are struggling to make £200 and they're thinking, God, if there were a weight division about £210 a super cruiserweight, that'd be brilliant for me. So all them kids that are like that, they'll be thinking, do you know what, that's brilliant. They could drop cruiser to what, to 190, go back to 190 or 195 or something. They could have it 175. They could have a super light heavyweight, couldn't they? A super light heavyweight, if they wanted to. Super light heavyweight at 185. Then you've got a light cruiser, 195. They could work something out, couldn't they? They could squeeze 3 or 4 divisions in there if they wanted to. They've got a £25 gap, and they could stretch that gap £10 to 210. So if you're an heavyweight, then you're 15 stone. If you're 15 stone and 1 ounce, you are an heavyweight. If you're 15 stone, you're a super cruiser. I think it's a brilliant idea. But you know, you've got to get the. If you look on James Toney's record, didn't some minor belt like the WBF or something like that do like a light cruiser or something on James Toney's record? If you have a look, I can't remember what belt it was, 'cause it's been that long ago since I've looked at James Toney's record. If you look on James Toney's record, all you hardcores, bit of homework for you. Go look on it, and I'm sure that he fought as a light cruiser or something like that, super cruiser. I can't remember. And they tried, and it didn't take off. Well, it needs big people. It needs big heads to get behind it, doesn't it? You know, like I've just said to you, the Bob Father and Fast Car Eddie. You know, people like that. You know. I just think that that's what it needs, and it's going to free up more belts all the way across board. Southern area, English, Irish, Commonwealth, British, European, world title. You've got 7 belts there, the 7 levels all the way across. 7 levels there. You know, that's just what I think anyway. Will they listen? Well, it's like pensions, isn't it? Every now and then they make a big thing, don't they, about pensions and fighters putting the money away. It's just what's on agenda at the time being. That's what I reckon. You know, if somebody gets hurt at light heavyweight, and they say, well, they were boiling down from cruiser, people will start saying, well, maybe we should have done a weight division, you know, just above light heavyweight, you know, because somebody's laid there on slab or something. Do you know what I mean? And then they'll talk about it for a few weeks, and then it'll all be gone, won't it? It's a bit like Eddie Gutneck in it and Jerome Wilson. There's a lot of noise being made about helping them lads out, hasn't there? But what's really been done for them? There's no set up for them, is there? There's no safety net in place for fighters, is there, when they get injured? I just think that fighters need a bit more protection, mate. That's what I think. Do you know what I mean? I mean, when I went for my seconds licence, they were asking me that many questions. We've been in trouble before, Russell. Hey? Well, of course they knew I had, didn't they? You know, because you got people from Matchroom telling them, haven't you? And what weight division is light middle? What weight division is 154? I said light middle. He goes, well, that's your first one wrong. It's super welterweight. Oh my God. Heaven forbid, what's that got to do with sitting in a corner as a seconds and learning? Do you know what I mean? You go on a course to learn it, don't you? They didn't even give me a chance to go on course. Are you sure you've not been in trouble? I said, well, you know I have. Drink driving. Anything a bit more than that? I said no, but they knew, didn't they? Peter Fury went in for his interview for his licence, and they said to him, I'm not sure if it was Robert Smith. I think it were. Don't quote me on that though. It says to him, Peter, do you still knock around with people from your old neighbourhood? Peter straight away. What the F has that got to do with boxing? Can you imagine that? I'm not going to say what was said after that, but it was one of them, wasn't it? Don't call us, we'll call you. So he's on an Irish licence, but you don't get a fair shake from him, do you? You don't get a fair shake from him, but it's like Charlie Giles, isn't it? Do you want to drink, Charlie? He says, yeah, a large gin and tonic, and can you make sure it's with green lime? Oh my God. Hey? Old Charlie, he's at the bar. Then when they were looking for him, what show was that with Frank Warren? They couldn't find him and he was in bar, wasn't he? Well, yeah, he's always in bar when he comes to Sheffield, aren't you, Charlie? Charlie, Russ, make sure it's green lime, Giles. Hey? Yeah. So, but it's all good fun, isn't it? All characters, isn't it? All characters. When you're surrounded by characters, it makes it all the more worthwhile, I suppose, doesn't it? Really? That's what I think anyway, but... So... Well... 7:34. Well, it's 7:35 now. 7:35 and I'm coming alive. Here's the greatest hit bump. Keep on trucking and keep supporting boxing. Turn this off. Hiya, baby. Hiya, baby. Alright, kid. How's it going? What time do you want to go there? About 9?
I'm just going to go now, mate, and I'll come back about 9:30.
Alright then, mate. See you in a bit. Don't do it. Oh, we've still got recording button on. The thing's going through my head. Peace out, keep on trucking, keep supporting boxing, this great sport. Sure there's something I forgot. Sure I can't. Sure there's something I forgot this morning.